New York is hitting the brakes on artificial intelligence. Governor Kathy Hochul is now proposing a first of its kind 1-year moratorium on the construction of new AI data centers. She says the pause is needed to study the impact on the electric grid and the environment, as well as arguing that her move is meant to protect New Yorkers from even higher utility bills.
I want them to have to bring your own power source. I said this in my state of the state. Bring your own power source or pay a premium to tap into our grid. I don't want our local ratepayers who are already dealing with sky-high utility bills to have to be burdened with the cost of basically subsidizing these huge, massive centers.
It's her fault and Governor Cuomo's fault that we even have the high utility bills. Of course, President Trump slammed her decision, posting on Truth Social today, writing in part, New York State has made a terrible decision. All of this income and other benefits will be now going to red states and some blue, where data centers are sought as cash cows with lower taxes and record-setting jobs. New York should change its policy immediately. The radical left Democrats must not be allowed to cause us to lose data centers, AI, and all of this incredible new technology to China and other countries. So, yeah, while other states are competing to attract the AI revolution, Hochul once again regulating it into oblivion. Make it make sense. Joining me now to discuss NetChoice Director of Policy, Patrick Hedger. Patrick, I can't wrap my brain around why she doesn't want billions in investments and thousands of jobs. I mean, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm not sure I can explain it for you either, but the best guess we have is essentially what we're seeing is that bad policies over the last several decades related to our electric grid are really starting to rear their ugly head. And they're being blamed on data centers, being blamed on artificial intelligence, instead of owning up to the fact that the necessary investments in upgrading our electric grid and making sure we have affordable, reliable power on that grid have not been made. And that's a political problem. And there's a lot of politicians that just don't want to own up to it.
You know, you wrote a piece in the Daily Wire titled, "The battle over AI dominance starts with the states. The states that welcome them will win the future." Why do you say that?
Yeah, we're talking about really billions of dollars in investment. We see examples right now. Meta, for example, has opened a major data center in Northeast Louisiana, communities that haven't seen much investment in generations. And now local restaurants are expanding, other local businesses are expanding. So it's not just the wealth and investment and the tax revenue that the data centers bring in, it's those economic knock-on effects. You know, the people that are actually servicing the people that work at these data centers, whether that's new doctors or new restaurants. There's a lot of benefits to having this technology. And of course, there's the benefit to America as well that need to lead on AI because we're in a two-horse race with China.
And Governor Hochul claims this is about keeping utility bills down. She's criticized for it. She's up for a re-election. But it's Hochul's policies prior to her predecessor, Governor Cuomo, also his policy, this green new scam. They closed down a nuclear power plant, Indian Point. That caused the bills to skyrocket in the first place. So what is this freeze really about? What do you think this is about? Because, again, I asked you before, she's saying it's for the utility bill. She's saying not tapping into the grid. Do you think there's external pressures happening here? Is she not getting what she wants under the table? Like, what is going on? Because I don't understand why she would say no to billions of dollars in possible investment and thousands of jobs.
Yeah, what's really happening here is politicians taking the easy way out instead of leveling with voters with what the truth is. There's a lot of misinformation about what data centers are. We've been building data centers in the United States at about a pace of one a week, opening a new one a week for the better part of the last 20 years. This is not just about AI. This interview wouldn't be possible without data centers. Everything you do on your personal device is powered by a data center. Being able to access your health records at multiple locations, regardless of where an ambulance potentially takes you, is enabled by a data center. This is all the modern conveniences we want to have are done in data centers. And so what's happening here is really, really dangerous, not just for AI, but for all of the modern conveniences that we have come to expect. So I really think this is just a lazy thinking and sort of kind of getting into caving to unfounded fears that we're seeing about data centers.
Patrick, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.